Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is me, Jason, aka Titans Daily, and welcome back to another weekly predictions video. Week 10 pick'ems we have. Last week I went 9-5. It's terrible. The five losses were the Green Bay Packers losing to the Carolina Panthers, the Houston Texans losing to the Denver Broncos. Um, what else? The Cowboys losing to the Cardinals, which the Cowboys played a terrible game, but that's besides the point. A couple other games that I forgot. I'll probably bring it up. I think I also incorrectly picked the. There was one game that I picked wrong. But, anyways, if you guys are enjoying this series, hit the like button down below. I appreciate all of your support. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos like this. And let's get started. So, we got Thursday Night Football. This Thursday, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Denver Broncos. Broncos have looked really, really good. They're 7-2 right now. They're looking like a really good playoff team. I'm going to pick the Broncos at home here over the Las Vegas Raiders. It's just because Geno Smith hasn't played his best game like he did this past week against the Jaguars, but they went for two. And Julian Edelman had a funny joke on Fox saying, like, yeah, I'm not surprised Pete Carroll decided to throw it at the 1 yard line. So if you didn't know that the Seahawks lost to the Patriots that way, Malcolm Butler did the interception. Malcolm Butler, Titans legend, by the way. If you know, you know. Anyways, but yeah, I got the Broncos over the Raiders. I'm gonna say Denver wins this one 30-17, and it could get ugly real fast. So next up, we got the London/Germany game. I think it's Germany now that I think about it. We got the Falcons taking on the Colts. The Colts are the hottest team. I know they did lose to the Steelers, but I have faith in the Colts this week. I think the Colts bounce back and get a big win over the Falcons. Falcons haven't looked insanely good either. They came close to the Patriots last week, but they ended up choking that away, unfortunately. But the only bright spot really for the Falcons is Drake London. Drake London is an insane player. I mean, they had him triple covered, and he still managed to catch the ball in the end zone. It's crazy. But anyways, I got the Falcons losing to the Colts in Germany. So there we go. We got the Giants at the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears just beat the Bengals, and what a crazy game that was for Caleb Williams and Rome. I mean, Rome Odunze didn't catch any balls, but Caleb Williams had a crazy game last week against the Bengals. They barely beat them 47-42. I got them over the Giants. Giants are without Malik Neighbors, Cam Scadaboo. It's really tough for the Giants to really put together wins without them. They just got Jackson Dart. So I got the Bears over the Giants in Chi-Town. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I got the Bills over the Dolphins in this one. I don't think Tua can play like he did last Thursday because he played like shit last Thursday. He did not look good at all versus the Ravens. I mean, gosh, it was like 28-6, I think the final score was. So I'm going to take the Bills over the Dolphins. Give me that as my lock of the week. I'm going to say the Bills are going to win this one 31-10. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to take the Ravens in this one. Even though the Vikings had a big win last week over the Lions, that's one of the other picks I was thinking of. The Lions lost 27-24 to the Minnesota Vikings last week, but I got the Baltimore Ravens coming off the bye, beating the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to say 28-20. It's going to be closer than what people think. I think a good bet would be to put Minnesota plus the points. I don't know what the line's at right now, but I still got the Ravens over the Vikings in this one. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. This is honestly the toilet bowl of the week. I think this is the shit bowl of the week. So, honestly, either team could win this game. The Jets did just trade Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner went to the Colts, and Quinnen Williams went to the Cowboys. Um, I'll I'm trying to think of the compensatory picks that they got. I think they got 2 first rounders and Adonai Mitchell from the Colts for Sauce, and they got, I think, a second and a first for Quinn Williams. So, and they got like some other defensive tackle from the Cowboys. But anyways, they moved on. I think the Cleveland Browns has this game. I'm gonna take the Browns in the shit bowl of the week, 13-10 Cleveland on a game-winning field goal. Next up, we got the New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be, in my mind, the game of the week. Mike Vrabel comes to Tampa. It's a tough place to play. I think Tampa has all the energy right now, even they did lose to the they didn't lose. They lost to the Lions on Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago, but they didn't lose last week. I think they played the Saints last week. Double checking my notes, but they were on bye last week. But the last time they beat the Saints like 23-3. I'm gonna put my trust in Baker and Todd Bowles, and I'm gonna pick the Bucks over the Patriots. It all just came down to home field advantage for me. I think the Bucks win this one, 27-23. Very good game from Baker incoming. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Maybe a few weeks ago, this would have also been a toilet bowl game, but the Panthers have looked pretty good with Rico Dowdle and Bryce Young. Tedderell McMillan's looking really good as a rookie, really promising. I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. I'm going to say the score is going to be probably about the same as the Bucks Patriots. I'm going to say it's going to be like 31-20. Something in that range. I mean, Tyler Shuck just started his first game last week, so I'm going to take the Panthers over the Saints in this one. Next up, we got a AFC South divisional matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. It is in Houston. Stroud did leave for an injury. He got a concussion, so he's going to be out for at least maybe the next game or two. We haven't heard much from CJ Stroud or the Texans camp about his injury or an update, but I'm going to take the Jags in this one. I really think they can get to Davis Mills, as the Jags had a really big road win over the Raiders last week. I think the Jags can beat the Texans. I'm going to say this one is going to be Jacksonville 35 to Houston's 23, 35-23. Next up, we have a back-to-back NFC West matchups. At 4:05, we have the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And then we have the LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Already, I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks decimated the Commanders, and I hope Jaden Daniels, I'm praying for him to have a speedy recovery. I mean, man, it doesn't look good for the Commanders right now. I mean, they've had all these offseason acquisitions, getting Deebo Samuel, re-signing Terry McLaurin. We always thought this team was going to be like a good contender in the NFC, but, I mean, injuries really just screwed them. I mean, from top to bottom. I'm going to talk about the Commanders here in a second, but I got the Seattle Seahawks over the Arizona Cardinals just because I think Sam Darnold can finish that game, unlike how Dak didn't finish the game this past Monday night. LA Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. The place does not change my answer. I'm going to still take the LA Rams over the 49ers. I just really think Matt Stafford's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Definitely one of the front runners for MVP. And he's doing this at 38 years old. I mean, Stafford is nothing short of incredible. Like, he has Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, really good offensive line, pretty damn good defense too. So I'm going to take the Rams over the 49ers in San Francisco. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions at the Washington Commanders. Considering that the Commanders are probably going to start Marcus Mariota, I'm going to take the Detroit Lions. It's a big game for Detroit to get them back in the NFC North standings. I think that they're second place just to the Packers, though. So I'm going to take the Lions over the Commanders in this one. Next up, we got the Sunday Night Football game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the LA Chargers. This is a tough game to pick because the Pittsburgh Steelers just came off a big win over the best AFC team. I don't know why I said NFC. AFC team in the Indianapolis Colts. Travel to a really decent Chargers team. Justin Herbert has looked a bit shaky, but I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. Their defense can outlast the Chargers and Justin Herbert. I know the Chargers have Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen, but I still think that the Steelers have enough to present offensively and defensively to get done of the Chargers. So I'm going to say this one is going to be Pittsburgh 24, LA Chargers 20. It's going to be a lot closer than what people think. I think it's going to be a one-score game. So Steelers win on the road in a big game against the Chargers. Now we got the Monday Night Football game. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Green Bay Packers. Two of the better teams in the NFC, but the Packers looked really rough against the Panthers. Is it really time to start questioning Jordan Love right now? I don't think so. I think the Eagles are very, very fortunate from trading in Jair Alexander, which is a former Packer, so he's going to be facing his former team. But Jair hasn't looked really good for the Ravens, so this could honestly be a toss-up. I think the Eagles do win this one because of Jalen Hurts and what he's able to do with tush push, and he can just get into the end zone whenever he can. So yeah, I got the Eagles over the Packers. I'm going to say Eagles win this one 35-30. 35-31. Packers lose to the Eagles. Anyways, the bye week teams are the Cincinnati Bengals, the Dallas Cowboys, the Tennessee Titans, and the Kansas City Chiefs. But what I was saying about the Commanders is that Jane Daniels is going to be out for a long period of time. I mean, that injury did not look really good. It's just heartbreaking, But hey, the Commanders, I'm still going to be trying to watch you guys and see how you do in the NFC East. I mean, the only team you really got to compete for is the Eagles at this point. I think the Giants are pretty much done ever since they lost Neighbors and Scattaboo. Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys maybe, but Cowboys haven't looked incredibly good either. So, I mean, Washington had its sights set for the NFC East title, but I think injuries really plagued them. So, yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. I appreciate all of your support. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload new videos like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next weekly pick'ems, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.